And a pleasant good afternoon to you, everybody, and welcome to Tempe Diablo Stadium. It's championship day of the Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series. And today we are going to see some of the best teams, the two top teams coming out of the 25 Mountain National Championship, as the Columbus Pirates coming in 5-2 by way of record as we come to a live shot of the winter home of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Tempe Diablo Stadium, and they'll be taking on the Rippers of Chicago. Alongside Mike Gallardo, I'm Jeff Lowry. Welcome to APN Sports. It's championship day here in Tempe, Arizona. A beautiful day for baseball. Temperatures in the high 70s to start with. The day high should be in the mid 80s, and what should really be a great matchup between two teams here that have already faced each other. In fact, they played just 2 mornings ago, Friday morning, and it was a win for the Columbus Pirates, who have already played on APN. They lost their second game to the Rosebuds of Santa Rosa, while the Pirates behind Felix Santiago got a big victory on Wednesday on APN Sports. And speaking of Felix Santiago, he is going to toe the rubber here today for the Chicago Rippers. A lot of the players from this Chicago team played for the champion Nassau Pirates a year ago. So in some sense, they're kind of going for a back-to-back, even though they've kind of rebranded. And it's probably, in terms of roster, probably a good percentage. Certainly this is not the same roster that Nassau had last year. Rick Fryman is the gentleman on the left. He is the manager of the Pirates. The Pirates coming in with a 7-3 victory on Friday morning over the Rippers, so it's going to be interesting as the Chicago Rippers are coming off a 7-1 victory behind a complete game performance by Josh Downing. And when we come back, we'll have all the excitement and play-by-play action of the 2020 Men's Senior Baseball League's National Championship. We're in the Mountain Division, and we're coming to you from Diablo Stadium, and we'll have more in just a moment. All right, welcome back to Tempe Diablo Stadium. We're getting set for this 25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game. And the gentleman who's been playing a lot of third base in this tournament, Kyle Lento, will get the start for the Bucks, led by Rick Fryman. Somewhat of a three-quarters delivery for this right-hander, a solid pitcher on this Pirate staff, and he is going to toe the rubber in this winner-take-all championship game. So the Rippers will represent the visiting team, even though they are in the first base dugout. And let's take a look at the Rippers' starting lineup as we get a look at their bench. Mike Bowling will start things off, a very versatile player in that leadoff position. Batting second is Eli Sanoki. Hitting third is Javier Gamboa. Batting in the fourth spot is Juan Senriso. Joe Bafera will bat fifth. Hitting sixth, Juan Medina. Dom Rodriguez getting the start at second base, not third. And then it'll be Kuda, Sean Smith, and Chris Johnson to round out the lineup for Jake Mills and his Chicago Rippers. They won 3, they lost 2, they had a tie, and now the very speedy Mike Bowling against Lento, and working out of the stretch. And the first pitch of this 25 and over championship game is a called strike, and we're underway. One ball and one strike on the leadoff hitter. And the next pitch is driven into right field for a base hit. So a good start as Frank lines a base hit into right field. So they'll bring up the second place hitter in this championship game, Eli Sanoki. Another left-handed hitter. Good speed at first base. He does not go on the first offering, and a good fastball that tails away from the left-handed hitter, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. First pitch at 116. Foul ball evens the count at 1-1. .84 degrees is our official game time temperature. There goes the runner. Pitch is taken for a ball, and the throw down to second will not be in time. And Mike Bowling is in scoring position for the Rippers. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And a looper out into center field, and this ball's going to drop in for a hit. Bowling coming around third, and they're going to put the green or the stop sign on him right there, and they'll be at first and third. So back-to-back singles to start this contest for the Chicago Rippers, leading, trying to live up to their brand, the Rippers. Javier Gamboa, now you're getting into some serious danger. You got guys at first and third, nobody out, and here is Gamboa. Top of the first inning, no score. And here's a high fly ball hit back into deep right field. He hit it a ton. That ball's going to be caught by Grillo. But Bowling will score the first run of this championship game, and it's 1-0 Chicago. Gamboa with a sacrifice fly to deep right field. And the always dangerous Juan Senriso coming to the plate. Sinriso had a big 2-run hit in our televised game back on Wednesday. Felix Santiago will toe the rubber for Jake Mills in this contest. First pitch is outside, ball 1 to Juan Sinriso. Runner at first with 1 out. Rippers up in the top of the first, leading it 1-0. Inside, 2-0 the count. And Lento is going to have to come to the cleanup hitter of the Rippers right here and right now. Fastball upstairs, and just like that, 3 balls and no strikes on Juan Sinriso. Joba Farrell is on deck for the Rippers. Let's see if he's got the green light on 3-0. He's taking all the way, and the fastball right down Main Street. 3 balls and 1 strike on Juan. Eli takes a short lead at first base, and Lento delivers, and it's outside, ball 4. So you have back-to-back leadoff singles here for Chicago. A sac fly by Gamboa. Sinriso at first base with a walk. Sunoki at second, and the 5th place hitter is well, I think we might have had a change in the lineup. This is 28, and that is Nico Morado. And the first pitch swung on. Good cut at that first offering, but he fouls it back. Well, we'll see how that affects the starting lineup that we got. The 0-1, and that one's fouled back to close to our area, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Well, if you just joined us, we're in the top of the first inning. A sacrifice fly off the bat of Javier Gamboa has given the Rippers an early 1-0 advantage. Kyle kicks and deals, and he blew it by him, and good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So Kyle Lento picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. Two down here in the top of the first inning. And I believe this is Juan Medina. There were some missing numbers on the roster, and he rips one up the middle. That's in the center field for a hit. Coming around third and trying to score, and the throw to the plate not in time. Eli scores the second run as a very jubilant Chicago Ripper first base dugout applauds the RBI single to center field by Juan Medina. And that's going to bring up the Gold Glove winning Dom Rodriguez to the plate. Traditionally a third baseman, but gets a start at second base in this championship game. Dom recently played, this was during the NABA tournament, in a championship game that featured a tremendous talent. I mean, in comparison to, especially comparison to MSBL players, but had a lot of low-level minor league players in that game. And Dom, who's got one of the strongest arms you'll ever see in this tournament, as he takes low for a ball. And now ahead in the count 2-0. They moved him over to second base, but I mean, you know, putting Dom at second base, you almost do a little injustice to him, but Jake Mills has a very deep team right here, and I guess he felt that Dom was, that was the better situation to have him at second base than third in this championship game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kyle Lento on the mound here for the Columbus Pirates, who trail it 2-0 here in the top of the first. Lento sights a sign. He's dealing, and it's grounded into left field. Nope, cut off by the third baseman. They'll go the short route, and that'll end the inning. So a nice job by Campanella down at the hot corner after a half an inning of play. The Rippers 2 and the Pirates coming up. You're getting a look at the starting pitcher for the Chicago Rippers and the ace of Jake Mills' staff. Felix Santiago, former major leaguer, was in the Royals and the Yankees organization. He'll top out maybe low 90s or right around 88 to 90 miles per hour, and he comes right after you. Fastball, curve, slider. 14 strikeouts in our game on Wednesday that we covered here for the Chicago Rippers. Gave up only one hit in what was a very rude going performance for Felix Santiago. So the right-hander is on the mound, and he will be set to go against a very good Columbus Pirate team that finished 5-2 coming into this game. Even though Columbus beat the Rippers on Friday morning, 2 mornings ago, by a final score of 7-3, but I can guarantee you they were not facing Felix Santiago. So we're ready to kick off the bottom half of inning number 1. It's going to be Nate Campbell, Clay Ragland, and third baseman Josh Campanella. It'll be followed by Mencher, Lento, and Reitzel, Seipert, Brennizel, LaPera, Brennan, and Grillo. Time called by the leadoff hitter. Good speed right here with Nate Campbell and an outstanding center fielder. 2-0 the score here, bottom of the first. And the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. 84 degrees our game time temperature. A beautiful day. It's nice to have a little cloud cover here as that one's taken low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Campbell, the guy you want to keep off the base pass. He's the catalyst for Rick Fryman's team, and he's a guy that can wreak havoc once he gets on base. 3-1 the count. So Felix Santiago. And a high chopper, and Santiago will field and easily throw on to first, and that's the first out of the bottom of the first inning for the Columbus Pirates out of Columbus, Ohio. Big win for our Buckeyes yesterday, put up 50 against the Cornhuskers. And we'd like to welcome all of you watching and listening from the greater Columbus area. Of course, I'm an Ohioan myself. I'm born in nearby Cincinnati, Hamilton, Ohio. My grandparents lived in Westerville, which is a suburb of Columbus, so I know that town well. Here's Clay, and he will step out of the batter's box. I think the umpire wanted to reset here. 2-0. The Rippers get RBIs from Gamboa and Medina in the first. That's a strike. Good pitch, low and away at the knees. I'll tell you, you're going to get a lot of fastballs from this guy. That's another one. That looked pretty good. That was just off the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big, big dimensions here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. That one's out of play. 340 down the line, down that left field line. And this is just a massive ballpark. 420 to straightaway center. The big scoreboard in right center is better than 400 feet, and it's 360 down the right field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on the second place hitter, Clay Ragland, with Josh Campanella. Boy, you got to love that name on deck. That's a baseball name. Pitch. And a looper over the shortstop's head and out into center field, where Sean Smith will retrieve and get it back in the infield. And so the Columbus Pirates have the leadoff hitter aboard. Or I should say the second hitter aboard with 1 out. A runner at first base for third baseman Josh Campanella. Clay Ragland with good speed. He's at first. Tying run at the plate. He goes on the first pitch. High fastball. Throw down will not get Ragland, and he's got a successful steal. The pitch was high. 1 ball and no strikes on Campanella. Felix Santiago, Wednesday afternoon, 14 strikeouts as the wind starts to pick up here at the ballpark. Gave up just 1 hit and no runs. I think he walked 1 in that game. Fastball letter high. And I'll tell you one thing, if he gets that strike call from this umpire, it's going to be a long day for the Pirates. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and Campanella helped out Santiago there, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shortstop Ryan Mencher is on deck for Columbus. Pirates batting here in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0 in the 2-2 pitch to Campanella from Santiago. Out of play. Well, you got a nice little breeze. It's blowing pretty much out to left field right now. Santiago delivers, and a rocket right back to him, and I guess his only play will be at first base. The runner getting back to the bag quickly at second base. And Clay Ragland, and now the entire infield to see if their starting pitcher is okay, but that hit him in the glove, and he made a nice play on that ball. So now a runner at second base and 2 down. Right-handed hitting shortstop Ryan Mencher. I think the Pirates would love nothing more than at least get that runner in from second base and cut into that 2-0 deficit. So Ryan Mencher at the plate. Slick fielding shortstop for Columbus, and the first pitch from the former Royal and former New York Yankee, but first time called by Mencher as he steps out of the batter's box. 2-0 in favor of the Chicago Rippers, who make it to the championship game with a modest 3-win, 2-loss, and 1 tie record. Pirates come in 5-2 by way of record. Santiago really taking his time and now delivers, and that's a strike. Mencher looking for a 2-out hit to try to cut this 2-0 Rippers lead in half. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a line drive down the left field line, and that's foul. Yeah, beautiful Tempe Diablo Stadium. on a mostly, well, partly, I would say a partly cloudy day here in the Valley of the Sun. 85 degrees, nice cool breeze blowing. I don't think there's a better place to be in the Valley of the Sun than right here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. And Santiago right now really taking his time, and I don't know if this is just a matter of playing a little cat and mouse with these Pirate hitters. 2-out runner at second base, 2-0 lead for the team in the field, the Chicago Rippers. And that one just off the outside, 2-1. Or check that, 1-2 the count on the cleanup hitter and shortstop Ryan Mencher. He delivers, and a strike called on the outside corner. Mencher can't believe it, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. At the end of 1 in this 25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game, it's the Chicago Rippers 2 and the Columbus Pirates 0. Well, you're getting a look at that first base dugout occupied by the Chicago Rippers, and well, they ripped out 3 hits in that first inning and produced 2 runs. We go to the top of the second inning in this 25 and over Mountain Division winner take all national championship game. The Rippers will come to the plate leading 2-0. Mike Kuda, Sean Smith, Chris Johnston, the final 3 hitters in the lineup here for manager Jake Mills. Kuda, one of the EHs, extra hitters in the lineup for Mills. 2 balls and no strikes, and it's way inside, 3-0. Second inning of work for Kyle Lento, the starting pitcher for the Bucks. He needs a strike. It's 3 balls and nothing here. And he delivers, and it's going to be taken high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to start the top of the second inning. Now, as many of you follow Major League Baseball and you know how things go, as former Pirate farmhand Sean Smith comes to the plate, Pittsburgh Pirate farmhand. This is a guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's got good pull power. There goes the runner, and that's a strike. Here's the throw down to second, and that's a stolen base. So the Rippers have the leadoff man in scoring position for right-handed hitting center fielder Sean Smith. 2-0 Chicago here in the top of the second. And the steal attempt got him way ahead. He stole that one definitely off the pitcher, Lento. Smith has a big undercut swing. He takes way inside, and the count is even on him, 1 ball and 1 strike. You wonder if Lento gets into any trouble, just how quickly Fryman will take him out of the game. We know at the major league level, as this one's lined opposite field, that's a base hit, and this is going to plate the 3rd run of the ball game for Chicago. Sean Smith rarely goes opposite field, but he did there. A tremendous piece of hitting, and the Rippers lead the Pirates 3-0. So Chicago has gotten RBIs from Gamboa, Medina, and now Sean Smith with an opposite field line drive. He's at first. He's a threat to steal. And Chris Johnston at the plate. So you just wonder how long Fryman will go with Lento. I mean, this is a winner take all. There's no tomorrow. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. He's throwing with good velocity, and he's throwing against about a 12 to 14 mile an hour wind. Wind blowing straight out the left field. Runner at first with nobody out, and Smith stays put, and that is going to be just off the outside corner, 1-1. Check of the runner. Smith does not go, and it's swung on and fouled into the catcher's mitt of Weitzel. And the count runs to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 2nd inning. Alongside Mike Gallardo, I'm Jeff Lowry with APMvideo.com and our exclusive coverage of the 2020 Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series. That's outside, 2-2. On this gorgeous day for baseball. A long look in, and now the pitch, and it's lifted out of play straight back. And the count will remain on the left-handed hitter Chris Johnston at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sean Smith a moment ago, an RBI single, opposite field, drove in the 3rd run of the game for the Rippers, but we got a lot of baseball left and no time limit. In the air, and that's going to find the seats out of play to the left side. Right-hander needs an out, and he missed way inside. Now when you drop down, I would say that was kind of a mid to 3/4 delivery by Lento. That ball is going to run in on that left-handed hitter, and he comes back and walks him, and now runners are at 1st and 2nd. And nothing against Kyle Lento. I mean, he's one of the top players in this 25 Mountain Division as we go back to the top of the Rippers lineup in Mike Bowling, who singled, stole a base, and scored back in the 2-run first. 3-0 Chicago with Bowling at the plate, 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Squares the bunt, takes high, ball 1. And right now, Weitzel is just wondering where in the world this strike zone is for his starting pitcher. Lento has given up 4 hits. He has walked 3 in an inning plus. This is the 4th batter he is facing here in the 2nd. And that one is low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Lento's starting to get a little frustrated out there. Out of play. And a green light for Bowling at 2 balls and no strikes. Had a chance to talk to him a little bit. Nice guy, Bowling. Just got one of those infectious attitudes, bubbly personality. And he's the guy you want at the top of your lineup. He is facing Lento 2-1, and he bunts one third base side. He'll roll foul. That would have been an easy base hit. Now the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. Runners are at first and second and nobody out. Kyle Lento has been on that mound quite a bit in terms of time. And a soft line drive over the head of the pitcher. The only play is to first and safe. Infield hit. Bases loaded, nobody out. Well, there's no substitution for speed, and Bowling got down that line with lightning-like swiftness. And a quick meeting of the minds here as the third baseman, Campanella, who manages the team, makes the lineups, he and Rick Fryman, and you just wonder how long Lento they're going to go with him. He's still throwing with good velocity. It's just the command has not been there through the first inning plus. So that infield hit by Bowling is the 5th hit of the day. Still nobody out, a run in here in the second, and a swing and a miss by Eli Sunoki. No balls and 1 strike on the left-handed hitter. Top half of the second inning, a run in, 3-0 Chicago as they bat. And the base is loaded, and a chopping ball foul, third base side, and it's 0-2. So Lento, a rarity that he is ahead in the count, and that one just off the outside part of the plate. Sunoki scored in that first inning on that RBI hit by Juan Medina to center field. And this will plate another run, hit well to deep center field. Campbell's got it. And the runner from second will move up. Sean Smith scores on a sacrifice fly by Sunoki, and it's 4-0 Chicago. Campbell can really cover the ground out in center field, but no chance of a play at the plate. That ball was hit close to 400 feet in the air. And now the batter is Javier Gamboa. He had a sac fly back in the first. 4-0 Chicago here in the top of the second inning. Game 5 will follow immediately following our coverage here of this championship. Runner goes, swung on, long belt. Way back into deep left center field. That one is way up on the berm. A 3-run home run by Javier Gamboa. And just like that, it is 7-0 Chicago. There was absolutely no doubt about that one. You don't think that Chicago bench is happy? Now remember, as Lento is coming out of the ball game, we got a change in pitchers here. Jake Mills was telling us that in their last game, they had a 12-2 lead going into the last inning, and the Venice team came back and tied the game. So like I said earlier, there's still a lot of baseball left to go. McGinnis will be the new pitcher. Let's take a timeout here from the Msbl World Series. Well, it was a tough outing for Kyle Lento. He gives up 7 runs. And now Juan Senriso will come to the plate for the Chicago Rippers, and that's exactly what they've been doing in this game. They lead it on 7 runs, 6 hits. And here's a guy that can put one out of the ballpark too. The home run by Gamboa traveled an estimated 439 feet. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. And then Kyle Lento, speaking of which, will be leading things off when the Columbus Pirates come to the plate in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So Corey McGinnis is the new pitcher. Lento goes 1 1/3 inning and gives up all 7 runs, all earned. And that's ball 4, and Senriso has walked for the 2nd time in this game. Next up for the Chicago Rippers is going to be Nico, batting for the 2nd time, Murado. Nico Murado at the plate. Runner at first base, still only 1 out, and this one is popped out of play. No balls and 1 strike on Nico. He was a strikeout victim back in the 1st inning. So the Rippers have scored 5 times, highlighted by the Gamboa 3-run shot to left field that traveled an estimated 439 feet. That one got away from McGinnis, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. He sights a sign from Reitzel, the catcher, and delivers, and that is a swing and a miss. The batter is out, but the runner will take 2nd on the pass ball, and so with a runner at 2nd, 2 down in the inning. And the batter is going to be catcher Juan Medina, who had an RBI single back in the 2-run 1st. First pitch. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. It's been a long, long inning. The amount of time that this defense has been out there on the field here in the top of the second inning. "7-0 lead for Chicago here in the inning, and this one bounces away, but it came back quickly to the Pirate catcher, and the runner will stay put and Juan Sinriso at third. McGinnis in relief of Lento. That went inside. You know, we've done a lot of these 25 and 35 games, and we've seen a kind of a generous strike zone from the umpires. That's not the case here today. That's a strike, 3-1. That was almost in the same position as the previous pitch. Medina, an RBI single, his first and only time up, and he bounces one third base side, and that's going to be fielded by the coach down there. Apparently you're not allowed to throw the baseball back to the pitcher. That has to come from the dugout where the baseballs are sanitized on about every 15 seconds. Another walk. And now runners are at first and third. Dom Rodriguez played for the Denver Royals, Brian Underhill's team. Digging in, getting the start at second base here today. 7-0 Chicago. Still looking for more with only one man out. This inning has lasted, I mean, we're, 22, 23-minute innings. Like I said, still only one man out, first and third. And a high pop-up down the line. A long run for the first baseman, and he can't get there. I don't know if Brennan ever saw the ball until the last instant. Mike Kuda is on deck for the Rippers, and he started this 5-run inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dom Rodriguez. And the strike called. That was in the right-handed hitter's batter's box. And Dom, a backward glance at the umpire, and I can't say I blame him. Here's the 1-2. And here's a chopper to the first baseman. He will take it to the bag. I guess that was the third out. My apologies. We're heading to the bottom half of the second inning. No, that is. The strikeout, there was a sac fly. That is the third out of the inning. So we are heading to the bottom of the second. And it's 7-0. The Chicago Rippers lead it on this 25 and over Mountain Division. This is the MSBL World Series. Jeff Lowry back here from Tempe Diablo Stadium on APN Video and our apnvideo.com. Bottom half of the second inning, and Kyle Lento, the starting pitcher for the Columbus Pirates, will start it off. Weitzel and Seipert to follow, and Felix Santiago, the former Yankee, staked to a 7-0 lead as that high hopper off the glove of the third baseman trickles out into left field, and the leadoff hitter is aboard. That'll be an error charge to the third baseman, Santos. Here's the catcher for the Pirates, Weitzel, batting for the first time. Bottom of the second, Chicago leading at 7-0. Behind the right-handed starter, former Yankee and Royal, Felix Santiago. His first pitch is lined over the head of the second baseman, and here comes the Pirates. And they'll be at first and second, so a clean single to right center field, a good job. And I will say this, Santiago does not seem to have that live fastball that he did on Wednesday when the Chicago Rippers appeared here on APM Video Sports. Not yet. Now the second baseman, Ryan Seipert. Swing and a miss. He had some good velocity on that one, 0-1. First and second, nobody out, bottom of the second. Pirates could use at least a 2 or 3 spot here. Seipert a little tardy on the fastball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Winner take all. We're in the 25 Mountain Division Championship. And this one's going to find the stands back of the first base dugout, occupied by the Chicago Rippers, who enjoy that 7-0 second inning lead. He struck him out, and I think he came back with the slider that time. And that's the first out for Columbus here in the home half of the second inning. Matt Brenazal will bat. I am really shocked we don't have a public address announcer here today. Mike, do you think they could just bring a wireless one down for you? 2 on, 1 out. Santiago gets the call there. One ball and 1 strike on the left-handed hitter. And a chopper to the left side, and that one gets by the shortstop out into left field. Here comes a throw to the plate. He'll be cut off. Quick throw to second, and the runner is going to be back in, but the Pirates are on the board. They score for the first time on a base hit by Brenazal, and it's 7-1. Pirates trail by 6. And Danny LaPera skies one out in the center field. The second baseman having trouble and drifts out and makes the catch. Nice play. So Dom Rodriguez really battling what is now a very high sky. We had clouds earlier. That makes it a little easier to corral those. And Sean Smith never did see it. He's looking right into the sun. So 2 down in the inning. Pirates could use another run off Santiago, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. Kevin Brennan, the first baseman, at the plate. First and second, 2 out. 1 ball, 1 strike on the left-handed hitting first baseman with right fielder Grillo on deck. Rippers get 2 in the first and 5 in the second. Gamboa, a 3-run bomb to deep left field. Let's see if Brennan can come through. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. And he lines one and to right center field. Coming around third and scoring the 2nd run, and that's really big for the Pirates. I think that at least that gives them some hope. Brennan scores or drives in the 2nd run of the inning, and it's now a 5-run lead for the Chicago Rippers. That'll bring up. Good. How are you?
Good. Remember us?
Yes.
What's the score? We just got here.
Well, it's 7-2 right now, and the Rippers got 2 in the first, and they got 5 in the second. Now Grillo, swing and a miss at the high cheese. Gonna have to lay off that one. Sean Smith's family was over here, and Robinson, and high fly ball. Grillo gets into this one deep to left field, way back, and it's going to bounce in up onto the berm, a ground rule double. So Grillo drives in 2 with a long shot. Actually, Brennan's going to have to go back to first. They'll be at 2nd and 3rd on the ground rule double, and it's 7-3. And give some credit to this Pirate team after staking Santiago to a 7-0 lead. The Pirates bolt back and have scored 3 times. Still only 1 man out in the inning, and we go back to the top of the Pirate lineup in Campbell. Check that, 2 out in the inning. I'm going to quit watching the scoreboard. And Campbell hits one towards the shortstop. He will throw on to first. That was a bang-bang play, but that'll retire the side. After 2 from Tempe Diablo Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, a new ball game. It's 7-3 now, Rippers, on the APN Baseball Network. We head now to the top half of the third inning. Mike Kuda will start things off. He was the guy that started that 5-run second inning. And that was the fourth longest inning in MSBL World Series history, the second inning of this 25 and over Mountain Championship game. So we go to the top of the third, 7-3 in favor of the Rippers. They got out to a 7-0 lead. And here is a ball hit down to third. Campanella's got it. Strong throw, got him, one down. So Kuda is retired on a nice play by the Pirate third baseman.
Now batting number 21, Sean Smith.
Well, Sean's family was just up here. You probably heard his better half saying hello. Had a chance to meet them covering the Denver Royal games last year and the year before, where Sean's been a mainstay, outstanding center fielder. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Second inning of work for Corey McGinnis. 2 balls and 1 strike. Right now, the Pirates need a shutout inning. They're dealing with the bottom of the order. Of course, the bottom of this order is the middle of most teams' batting lineup. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on, top of the third. Chicago at the plate. Smith ought to get a good pitch here. That one didn't even come close. And Sean is aboard with 1 out and a threat to steal as usual. And the batter is going to be Chris Johnston. Winner take all, 1 game national championship. We're in the Mountain Division. Chicago got 2 in the second, 5 in the 2 in the first, 5 in the second, only to give up 3 in the bottom of the second. It's 7-3 in favor of the Chicago Rippers over the Columbus, Ohio Pirates. And that's outside, ball 1. Johnston walked and scored on the 3-run home run by Javier Gamboa back in the second inning. Well, command issues just continue to haunt the Columbus Pirates right now. Needs a strike, and it's not even close. And McGinnis has walked the second consecutive batter, and all of a sudden, not only command issues, but he's wild at this point. And Brett Thomas, who started the game that we live streamed a few days ago against Santa Rosa, is going to loosen up down the left field line for the Pirates, who trail it by 4. And now the ball gets away, and Brett Thomas should be really jogging down that line to warm up. Not much urgency there. Benji Rodriguez batting for the first time. Brennan coming over to talk to his pitcher. And sometimes that's all a pitcher needs, is just to, step off the mound or take a few seconds. Brennan probably came over and said, look, we need to get somebody warmed up. Maybe not work so quickly here. 2 balls and no strikes as the command issues continue for the right-hander, and it's 3-0. The count on Benji Rodriguez. should be taking all the way here. And he takes a strike. That was a good-looking pitch there. Sean Smith takes his lead at third. Chris Johnston at second base. The 3-1. Inside ball 4. So he's walked the bases loaded. And Brett Thomas is nowhere near ready in that Pirate bullpen. But this is going to prompt Campanella to go to the mound. And let's see if he makes the pitching change now or if he's just simply stalling so that Brett Thomas, who's only thrown probably 7 or 8 pitches, and now he's going to call for the new pitcher. So Campanella will be employing his third pitcher in this championship game. We're only in the top of the third, and it's 7-3, but the bases are loaded, and we'll be back in just a moment. Brett Thomas will be the third pitcher used by Josh Campanella and the Columbus Pirates. Top of the order, Mike Bowling. He's been on base both times. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. And that's foul first base side as Brett Thomas inherits the bases loaded and only 1 man out here in the top of the third. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, and Bowling down 1 ball, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored for the leadoff hitter in the lineup here for Jake Mills. And a ground ball slapped to the left side. The shortstop to second, and he throws it away. That goes into the dugout, and 2 runs are going to score. It'll be a fielder's choice and a throwing error on the second baseman, and it's 9-3 Chicago. Sean Smith heading back to the dugout. And Bowling heads to second on the errant throw by Seipert. Credit Bowling with an RBI. The second runner scores on the throwing error by the second baseman. Now Eli for the third time at the plate. They're going to rule that a foul ball. Brett Thomas pitched 6 innings in that game against the Santa Rosa Rosebuds that we live streamed earlier in the week over at Goodyear Baseball Park. You're watching the 33rd Annual Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series on APN. Eli Sunoki, hard-hitting left-hand hitter, bounces up there and bowling. Better watch out, he'll come all the way. He took a big turn. Eli singled and scored back in the first. He had a sacrifice fly in the second inning. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 more here in the third, and it's 9-3 Chicago over the Columbus Pirates. Every count seems to go to 3 balls. And a chopper to the left side. Campanella's got it. And Sunoki is retired for the first time. 2 more runs come across. And we go to the bottom of the third inning in this 25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game. Chicago leads 9-3. Ragland will start things off as we go to the bottom half of inning number 3 here. Pirates could use some runs, trailing by 6 now. Ragland first offering from Santiago way inside, ball 1. There'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup. Josh Campanella, Rick Fryman, the brain trust of the Columbus Pirates. I'll tell you, I was impressed with the fact that they came up with 3 runs last inning against Santiago. And now Santiago, who has, in his defense, has had to sit on that bench for a long time every inning. 3 balls and 1 strike on the Pirate second place hitter, leading off here in the third. And he loops one back a second, but Dom Rodriguez drifts out and makes the play, 1 down.
Now batting number 2, Josh Campanella.
I'll bring up Josh Campanella batting for the second time. He lined out to the pitcher, Santiago. And the first pitch is in there, a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Campanella. He's done an outstanding job defensively at third base. And he slaps one. Diving play by the shortstop. Long throw will not be in time. The ball gets away from the first baseman, and that's going to go for an infield hit for the Pirate third baseman and manager.
Now batting number 16, Ryan.
What a tremendous effort by the shortstop, Mike Martin. And now here's the other shortstop, Ryan Mencher, who was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. And he hits this one well down the line, and that's going to be a base hit. Quickly over to get it is the left fielder, and they are at first and second. That's hit number 7 off Felix Santiago in this 25 Mountain Division National Championship game, and the batter is Kyle Lento, and he takes a strike. Lento reached on an error to start what was a 3-run second inning. Out of play, look out. One ball, one strike on Kyle. Of course, he was the starting pitcher here today for Columbus. Two and one to him. Played some third base in this tournament. He takes a strike. Well, that's an almost unhittable pitch by Santiago. So now the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on, and a good job by Kyle staying alive. He digs back in. And a nice job again staying alive. That one bounces up into the team shop. Souvenir right side. And another 2-2 pitch coming up. And it's high and it's full. Campanella singled. Ryan Mencher singled after Ragland popped up to Dom Rodriguez at second, and now the 3-2 pitch and the slider down and away, and Lento swings over the top, and there's out number 2. Three strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings so far for the right-hander Santiago. Charlie Reitzel will now bat, the Pirate catcher, with 2 on and 2 men out. Pirates trail at 9-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that's a strike called, and it's no balls and 1 strike on the right-handed hitting catcher. Seipert on deck, hoping for an opportunity. Got a nice strong wind now blowing out towards center field, maybe right center field. And he goes with the pitch, and that's a good piece of hitting, but unfortunately for Weitzel, that ball goes foul. Yep, Tempe Diablo Stadium opened up in 1969. Opened up for a team called the Seattle Pilots. They lasted 1 year. They moved to Milwaukee to become the Brewers. Two strikes, no balls on the catcher with 2 out and 2 on. And that one bounced up there. Nice job by the catcher. Oh, he went around. He went around. And I don't think Weitzel liked the call. So at the end of 3 innings of play, they leave 2, and the Pirates trailing 9-3 in this 25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game. This is APN. Sure you don't want to do it, Eddie? All right, welcome back to Tempe Diablo Stadium for this championship game, 25 and over Mountain Division. The totals in this game: 9 runs, 6 hits, an error, and 4 stranded for the leading Rippers, who come to the plate here in the top of the 4th. Columbus has 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and they have stranded 5.
Leading off, number 23, Javier Gamboa.
Well, here's Javier Gamboa. He's getting a glad hand. All he's done today is had a sacrifice fly and a 3-run home run that traveled an estimated 440 feet to deep left center field. And that eventually gave the Rippers a 7-0 top of the 2nd inning lead. They since then gave up 3 runs and have scored 2 of their own and lead at 9-3 here, top of the 4th. 2nd inning of work for Brett Thomas, and the 3rd pitcher used. That's right back this way, and I'll tell you what, Mike Galato did not bail out of our broadcast booth. We'll have that baseball clean and sanitized momentarily. And Senriso gets under this one and lifts it into shallow left field, and that's going to be a routine play for out number 1. So Ragland in left field makes it look easy, not having to look into that sun like the center fielder has to. And here's Juan Senriso for the 3rd time. He is yet to get the bat off his shoulders because he has walked the first 2 times. First pitch to Juan, outside, ball 1. Brett Thomas in his 2nd inning of work in relief of Corey McGinnis. And then, of course, Kyle Lento started things for the Pirates. Top of the 4th inning, 9-3. Senriso, a big swing and a miss, and the count evens at 1-1. This is our trivia question inning. Can you name the only player in baseball history to win a World Series game in 3 different decades, 3 different decades. A pitcher, of course. Hammered way back, deep left center field. He hit it a ton, and it is up against the wall. Senriso going in. Up, he's going to stay at first. That was a long, long single. I think maybe one thought maybe he was going to touch them all. That's his first base hit. He's 2 walks and a single and 3 tries. Nico Murado. Couldn't get it, huh? There goes one, and he is going to easily steal second base. So the Rippers have a runner at second and 1 out here in the inning. Third stolen base of the day for the Chicago Rippers, who lead it 9-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 is the count on Joba Farrell. Well, I made a mistake. I said that was Nico. Well, that's who they got on. We're going to have to get a clarification, I believe. Joba Farrell. Well, we've got Joba Farrell as number 4. Hey, how you doing, Ray? Of course, when we're doing these live games here on the concourse, we got many of the teams coming in, and from time to time they'll come up and say hello, and we're going to say it right back at them. So pardon the interruption. Top of the 4th inning. Brett Thomas delivering, and that one inside ball 4, so another Columbus Pirate walk. First and second occupied with 1 out, and here's the catcher, Medina.
Now batting number 39, Juan Medina.
.41 courtesy running over at first base. Two on and 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Chicago looking for more runs, and Thomas delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Seven walks have been issued by Pirate pitching in this game. If you want to know what the difference is, there it is. That's fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes on Medina. He had an RBI single in the first. He walked in the second. And a nice little 12, 14 mile per hour wind blowing straight out to left center field. The count is 1-2 on the Chicago Rippers backstop. Way inside, Thomas tried to overthrow. The ball gets away. Runners are at second and third. Now, Chicago, we were talking to Jake Mills, the manager, before the game. He said that they had a big 12-2 lead over Venice in the semifinals of this 25 and over Mountain Division yesterday and blew the lead. Actually, Venice came back to tie it, only to see Chicago win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Chopper to the shortstop, and I think they got a play at the plate, and the ball was dropped. Weitzel dropped the ball on a bang-bang play. You got Juan Senriso. I mean, the guy's about 6 foot, 235 pounds, and I probably would have just let the ball go. But the run scores to make it a 10-3 ball game, and the batter's Dom Rodriguez.
Now batting number 7, Dom Rodriguez.
Runners are at first and third, still only one man out. Rodriguez looking for his first hit, and he's got good power. And he hammers one to the third baseman, and Campanella climbs the ladder and makes the catch. He saves a run with that play. On a scorching line drive off the bat of Dom Rodriguez, and Campanella, maybe the play of the day so far.
Mike, Cota.
Here's Mike Kuda for the third time. He has walked, he scored, he is grounded to third. 2 down. Runners are at first and third. Good base running, by the way, down there. By our infamous number 41. A ball and a strike to Kuda. Well, the Rippers have been able to score in each of the first 4 innings. And now the pitch. Popped up straight back right over our heads, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. Two out. Runners taking their lead at first and third as Thomas comes set and onto the plate. And again, Kuda fouls it off. He's battling up there. And a ground ball to the shortstop. He will go the short route, and that will retire the side. Another run for the Rippers. They lead 10-3. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th in this Mountain 25 and over winner-take-all championship. Again, you look at Felix Santiago now entering his 4th inning of work as starting pitcher in this championship game here as we go now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Jeff Lowry with you in this championship day of the 2020 Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series. Second baseman Ryan Seipert will start things off. He is 0 for 1. And the first pitch is fouled back and out of play, and it's 0-1 on the Pirates' second baseman.
Leading off, number 3, Ron Griffin.
Brenazel and LaPera to follow. No balls and 1 strike. That's low and away, 1-1. High fly ball. This is the left fielder's play. One down.
Now batting number 25, Msbl.
Renessel had a base hit. Renessel, excuse me. That might be in play. Third base side. That's a long run. Mike Martin just jumps up into the crowd. He just grabbed a hot dog from a little boy and ate it. How about that? You don't see that very often. Ground ball to the right side. Dom Rodriguez, 2 down. So with 2 out, here's LaPera. LaPera with a good cut and a fastball. The first offering from Felix Santiago. He's pitched extremely well. He's been dominant except for that 3rd inning when he gave up 3 runs. He's in his 4th inning of work right now. Again, our trivia question, can you name the only pitcher in Major League Baseball history to win World Series games in 3 decades? Hammered to left field, and that's a base hit. So LaPera is on with a 2-out single to keep this 4th inning alive for the Bucks, who trail it 10-3. There's LaPera. That is the 8th base hit of the day for the Pirates in 3 2/3 innings against the former major leaguer. That's a strike to Kevin Brennan.
Now batting number 28, Kevin Brennan.
No balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitter. 2-out runner at first base. Pirates batting, trailing by 7. The 7 runs marks, well, at least it's tied for the largest lead of the game. And an excuse me swing, ground ball fielded by the 3rd baseman. Throw to first in time. Side retired. We're heading to the 5th in this 25 Mountain Division championship game. It's 10-3, the Chicago Rippers on top. Sean Smith will start things off. We go to the top half of inning number 5 in this Mountain Division National Championship game. The Rippers at the plate leading 10-3. Third inning of work for the sometimes starting pitcher. Takes high, ball 1. Brett Thomas. Sean has singled in a run with an opposite field single to right field. He's scored twice. He's walked. He went around on that pitch, evening the count on him at 1 ball and 1 strike. He was a draft choice back in 2000 of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And his young son Robinson is up here. High fly ball into right field. It's deep, but it will be caught. Nice job by Grillo. Grillo's played a good right field in this tournament. He's got a good arm. So 1 up, 1 down here for Chicago in the top of the 5th inning, and now Chris Johnston.
Now batting number 9, Chris Johnston.
Johnson walked and scored in the 5-run second inning. Right-hander kicks, he deals, and a chopping ball. Big hop. 2 down. A nice job by Seipert, fielding that big hop. So many times, in fact, I thought maybe just from, the amount of games that we have done here as Benji Rodriguez comes to the plate. Batting for the second time, he walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. I thought maybe that ball was going to bounce over the Pirates' second baseman's head. I mean, this, and I've had players come up and tell us that it's like playing on artificial turf out here. This ground is hard. And here's a bouncing ball gobbled up there by Campanella. Nice job. Throw on to first. And Campanella continues to play well down at the hot corner for the Pirates as that wind starts to pick up. That is the first shutout inning for the Pirate defense here today. They can score some runs. Still a lot of baseball left in this 25 and over Mountain Division. The Pirates coming up trailing 10-3. Bottom half of the 5th inning here as we Grillo, the right fielder, hits one deep in the hole. Mike Martin's long throw. It will not be in time. Grillo with good speed, and he'll beat it out. And the Pirates have the leadoff hitter aboard, and in which they trail it 10-3 in this bottom of the 5th inning. That's the 9th hit of the day off Santiago. Campbell, we go back to the top of the order, tries to bunt his way aboard and fouls it off, and it's 0-1. Only one pitcher in Major League history with a World Series win in 3 different decades. Now, I know I'm a little preoccupied. I have absolutely no idea. Names like Rich Gossage and Raleigh Fingers are coming to mind, but let's think about this for another half inning. As Campbell bats in this championship game, winner take all. Runner at first, and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter. He is 0 for 2 today. I think this Pirate lineup goes how Campbell goes, and he is yet to get on base through the first 2 times round against the former Major Leaguer Felix Santiago. Tapper foul. Slap to the right side. They'll go second one. No chance. Campbell with maybe the fastest or one of the top 2 fastest players on the field here today. That'll bring up the left fielder, Ragland. Santiago, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a product of the Dominican Republic. He did not make the major leagues. We were told that he did. Played in the Gulf Coast League. He was 8-0 in 3 seasons, 2.72 ERA at the lower levels. I don't know why they told us that he was in the major leagues. So we saw Javi Guzman out here the other day throwing in the low 90s. In fact, Jake Mills, the manager of the Chicago Rippers, was talking about how Jeffrey Yan was throwing 93, even up to 94 the other day this week, one of their pitchers. Well, you're up 7, and I don't know why he continues to throw over there. I know Campbell has tremendous speed. Ragland at the plate. There goes the runner, and the throw down, not in time. Good throw by Medina, made it close. One out, and a chopper foul as the Pirates trying to cut into a 7-run deficit. This matches their largest lead of the game, talking about the Chicago Rippers. 3 decades, unbelievable. World Series win in 3 decades. That time is called. The 1-2 pitch. Well, that cat and mouse game continues with Felix Santiago and Clay Ragland. Two-strike pitch is in the dirt. Is he a post 1950s? Yeah. World War II? Okay. Okay, so there's your hint. 60s, 70s, and 80s. Popped up, and this one's going to drift out. That wind really carried that ball out to left field, and it's going to be caught.
Now batting number 2, Josh Campanella.
So there's 2 down here in the inning. You get a wide shot at Tempe Diablo Stadium in our coverage of this 2020 Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series on APN Sports. Campanella again has played well in center at third base and now dumps one in front of Smith. He dives, he can't get it, and the run will score. Campanella with an RBI hit, and he heads into second base with a double. So that cuts the deficit to 10-4 and gives them some new life as Smith, I think, really had to battle the sun on that play, no question about it. Campanella now 2 for 3 at the plate, along with some nice defense at third base, including a ball that was scorched down there off the bat of Dom Rodriguez. That's fouled back, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on the Buccos shortstop, Ryan Mincher. 4 runs, 10 hits. For the Pirates in this game off Felix Santiago. And the slider missed way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice job backing up, and the throw on to first in time. Side retired. They get a run, they leave 1. 5 in the books, 10-4. Chicago Rippers in this 25 and over Mountain Championship on APN Sports. All right, back here at Tempe Diablo Stadium, and we are heading now to the top half of the 6th inning. The Rippers lead it 10-4. They got 2 in the first, 5 in the second. They got 2 more in the top of the 3rd inning and scored 1 in the 4th. Thomas, who came in the 2nd inning, is still out there and trying to settle things down. The Rippers are going to add a batter to the bottom of the order. And he swings and wallops one, home run distance, and that ball is foul. He got absolutely all of that one. Unfortunately, we don't have a number 31 on the roster. And if anybody's listening, maybe they can come up here and let us know. Two-one. That one bounces up there, full count. I'm sorry, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Wind's picked up a little bit. I would say you're looking 12 to 15 miles per hour. Of course, we're looking at the flag up on top of the mountain here, the Butte. Full count. It's too bad. Too bad we don't have his name. Now the payoff pitch. And Thomas steps off the pitching rubber. He'll try to regroup and come back with a guy who just hit one home run distance foul a couple of pitches ago. And now the 3-2 pitch. Changeup is lifted to third. Campanella will make the play. 1 down.
Now batting number 12, Mike Bowling.
Here's Mike Bowling. He's been very busy today. He got the game started with a base hit, a stolen base, a run scored. He did it again in the second, reached on an error, drove in a run. So he's found his way on base all 3 times. No balls and 1 strike as Brett Thomas delivers in a swing and a miss. One out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch struck him out swinging with some high heat. So the 1-out hitter is going to be Eli Sunoki. And that one did not miss by much. No, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-1. Called strike. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. You're starting to get the feel that Thomas is starting to get into a groove here. He has set down 7 in a row. And that one bounces up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the big blow in this game was that 3-run bomb off the bat of Chicago designated hitter or extra hitter Javier Gamboa. A 3-run bomb over the wall in left field that went about 440 feet. Here's the 2-2 pitch with 2 out and nobody on. And it's slapped to the right side. Seipert gets the big hop and throws him out at first. And the Pirates have another good inning. Thomas, 8 in a row set down. Heading the home half of the 6th inning, the Pirates trailing Chicago in this championship game 10-4. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 6th inning of work for Felix Santiago going up against Kyle Lento. A winner-take-all championship game 25 Mountain Division. And Santiago coming right after the leadoff hitter.
Number 5, Kyle Lento.
Just coming right after him with that fastball. It's probably mid-80s here today. I don't know if he's up to 90 like he was maybe the other day. 0-2 pitch. And Lento sends one soaring down the right field line. That's a tough play and a spectacular diving catch. What a play by Kuda out in right field.
Now batting number 23.
That's got to be our Marucci big play of the day. And here it is again on the replay, and bam. Gotta love it. Now Reitzel, and he grounds one down to third. 2 down.
Now batting number 3, Ryan Kirkwood.
Okay, here's Seipert for the 3rd time, a strikeout victim in the 2nd. And he is flied to left field. 2 out, nobody on, home half of the 6th inning. And chopped foul, third base side, 0-1 on Seipert, and you start to get the feeling that maybe Santiago is starting to get into a groove. And that's in the air to right field. Another long run. Kuda, another spectacular play in right field. Kuda putting on a fielding exhibition out here, and as we go to the 7th inning, his team leads at 10-3. This is the 25 and over Mountain Championship, the 2020 Msbl Series. Javier Gamboa hit a big 3-run home run, which ended up giving the Chicago Rippers a 7-0 second inning lead. He has got a sacrifice fly. He's flied to left, 1 for 2, home run, 4 RBIs. And he slaps one down to third, and there's Campanella again, getting the job done at the hot corner, and the throw to first, 1 down. Only one pitcher in Major League Baseball history has won a World Series game in 3 different decades. That is our trivia question, and we're going to give you the answer here in a moment.
Now batting number 19.
Little hint.
Roa.
He would eventually go on to baseball's Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Here's Sinriso. One has walked twice, he's singled, and he has scored once. He even stole second base. About 6 foot, 235 pounds. That wind just continues to whip it up here. 15, we're told about 15 miles per hour right now. There's a strong wind. If one gets a hold of one, that thing's going to take off, as Brett Thomas has set down 9 in a row. That's ball 4. Wow. I'll tell you, that is the 3rd time that one has drawn a base on balls. That should have been a strike. Yeah, we got 41 back up there. And it is Jake Gonzalez at the plate. Sinriso, for such a big guy, he's got excellent speed. He's at first base. And another throw over to first, Brett Thomas. Had set down 9 in a row before walking Sinriso. And one is at first base. The pitch is inside, ball 1. 8 walks by Pirate pitching in this game. The last one, we'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Pirates, I think that's been the big difference in this game, has been those 8 walks. High fly ball out in the shallow center field, and a long run, and that one's going to fall in for a base hit as Sinriso makes it to second base safely. I'll tell you, the sun, that's a bad sun field right now. Center field mainly.
Now batting number 39, Juan Medina.
That's only the 8th base hit of the ball game for the Chicago Rippers. You'd think with 10 runs up there, but remember, they've walked 8 times. Medina has driven in 2. He has singled, reached on a fielder's choice, and walked. Runner goes. Sinriso has his second stolen base, a double steal. So Thomas trying to work out of this 1-out jam, and he's not going to do it. A base hit to center field. Medina has his 3rd RBI at bat. Long throw comes all the way in. Campbell showing off a fine arm. And what about the catcher for the Chicago Rippers? And that makes it 11-4. Once again, tying for their largest lead of the contest. Now Dom Rodriguez batting for the 4th time. Dom looking for his first hit of the contest. Well, Thomas was on a roll, but that has ended here, and they got 1st and 3rd occupied, 1 out in the pitch, and a ground ball knocked down by Campanella. He'll go 2nd 1, throw it to 1st, that's a double play. No runs, 1 run come across, 1 left on. Outstanding job by the skipper of this Pirates team, Campanella. That gives you some indication of what the wind conditions are here at Tempe Diablo Stadium as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. The Rippers got, or I should say the bottom of the 7th inning, the Rippers got another run to extend the lead to 11-4. They have led 7-0. They have led 10-3 and 11-4. Good pitch. Brennicell, LaPera, and Brennan will be the first 3 here for the Pirates. And the 7th inning of work for starter Felix Santiago, former Royal Yankee farmhand. And a line drive, the shortstop Martin plays it on 1 hop, and I'll tell you, you got to give some credit to Eli. He has played a very nice first base here for the Rippers, 1 down. So a ground ball to the shortstop, Mike Martin, with the assist and the put out at first base by Sunoki. That last play going 6-3, 1 out. Here's Danny LaPera. Breaking ball, ball 1.
Now batting number 6, Danny LaPera.
And it's hit hard, and Martin, nice backhanded play, bobbles, throws it wild. And that ball is going to go into the dugout, and that'll be a throwing error. That just didn't look good from the start. So Martin will be credited with an error, the 2nd of the day for Rippers defense. And a big swing and a miss, and Brennan comes up empty-handed, an RBI single, his first time up, and he's grounded out. 11-4, the Chicago Rippers. 8 outs away from winning a national championship. Brennan quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And a wave and a miss. Santiago had 14 strikeouts in that game that we did a couple of days ago for the Chicago Rippers.
Now batting number 12, Andrew Grillo.
That is the first strikeout since the third, I believe the third inning. No, he had one in the 6th, so that is 6 Ks for him. Here's the right fielder, Andrew Grillo. And he falls behind Santiago to Grillo, 2 balls, no strikes. The wind is wreaking some havoc, no doubt about it. Out of play to the right side. Andrew Grillo, outstanding defensive right fielder. Both these right fielders have done a great job this week. Three and one. 2 out. Runner at second base. And a high chopper, the big Baltimore chop, is fielded by the third baseman, and a quick throw to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 left. Heading to the 8th in this 25 and over Mountain winner-take-all division championship. And the Rippers lead by 7. All right, we go now to the top of the 8th inning here from Tempe Diablo Stadium, the winter home of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Alongside Mike Galato, I'm Jeff Lowry. apnvideo.com is our website. Now we got a pinch hitter coming up here for the Rippers as they go to work here in the top of the 8th inning. And once again, we don't have a 37 on our roster. I think they were issuing some jerseys before the game. Here's a bomb deep to left field, hit well. That one is up against the fence. The throw will come in, but that is going to be a double. Well, the Pirates made it close. So a leadoff double for the Chicago Rippers as that ball short ops the wall in deep left field. And 37 gave it a ride as Sean Smith gets ready to dig in.
Now batting number 21, Sean Smith.
Smith is 1 for 2. He has scored twice. He's driven in a run. He's also got a walk. 11-4. The Rippers lead it here. And this one's chopped foul. All right, trivia question answer time. Only player in Major League Baseball history to win at least one World Series game in 3 different decades. And I had totally forgot about it. Gentleman Jim Palmer of the Baltimore Orioles is the answer. Here's a shot out into right center field. That drops in. Here comes the runner to third, and he's going to stay right there. So Sean Smith comes through with a base hit, and they're on the corners. Chicago trying to add on to their 7-run lead, which would mark their biggest lead of the contest.
Now batting number 9, Chris Johnston.
Chris Johnston, 11 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Rippers. The Pirates 410 and 1 error in the game. And thanks to Mike Galato for doing a good job here today. He's our producer and director. Getting you some replays. He's and also doing stats and scoreboard. So we'd like to thank Mike for coming out. Mike, the longtime PA announcer. Many of you know him from the games he does at Scottsdale Stadium and even more so Hohokam Park in years past. And he's been out here, how long? 30 years? Has it been that long? 29 years at the MSBL. Are you counting this year? Okay, 29 years. This is our 23rd season, I believe. It's good to be back, no question about it. He's only 35, so he started when he was 6 years old. We're in the top of the 8th inning, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Johnston at the plate. He was the final hitter in the original starting lineup. Jake Mills, his team has done a great job. They come in here. They were 3-2-1 by way of record, and I believe, well, they were just 2-2 in round robin play. 2-2-1. They won their semifinal game to advance to this 25 and over Mountain Championship game. 2020 MSBL World Series. This is our 33rd annual event. Now the count is run full. Brett Thomas came in all the way back in the 2nd inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. Overall, I think he's done a nice job. Given up 4 runs, but slapped hard and a diving play, but it's foul. Brennan flashing the leather down there. An outstanding attempt, but it was just foul, first base side. How you doing? And another one, almost the same spot, foul ball. Saw Claire Crandall, one of those that have been coming out here for many decades and getting set for a week of Men's Senior Baseball League. You know, after you do this for 23 years, you know a lot of people down through the years. And I think for us, for me personally, I think the relationships I've built over the years is why I love doing it. That's a lot of work. High fly ball, shallow right, left field, and it's dropping, and it's 12-4. Biggest lead of the game. Chris with his first hit of the ball game. It's a run producer. We're going to get a batter added to the bottom of the order. That's a strike. This is Eddie Torres. Eddie Torres batting for the first time. We saw him on Wednesday afternoon. He's down 0-2 and pulls the hands in and hammers it to right, left center field. That's a gapper. Picked up by the center fielder. One run is going to score, and that is going to be an RBI double for Torres. Coming off the bench. Good job by Eddie Torres. And it's 13-4. So now runners are at second and third for the Chicago Rippers. And they enjoy their biggest lead of the contest of 9. Did we get 31? He chops one, and a fair ball over Campanella's head. One run is going to score. Here comes the throw to the plate, and not in time, and a 2-run single. The Rippers are pouring it on here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. That's a 2-run single for the Rippers' third baseman. And it's 15-4 Chicago. So, a quick meeting of the minds. Brett Thomas. And Kasich with a line drive. Base hit into right field. Just listen to this first base dugout. Kasich with a nice piece of hitting. He goes opposite field, and that is all for Brett Thomas. We're going to take a quick timeout. 15-4 Chicago, and they're just 6 outs away from gaining national supremacy. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Whole family's just watching. So neat.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so we got a new pitcher on the mound, and this is Adam Jernick. And he becomes the fourth pitcher used by the Columbus Pirates, who now trail after 4 runs have come across here in the 8th inning, 15-4. Jake Piscini will bat for the first time. 15 runs, 16 hits pounded out by the Rippers, and that also includes 8 walks by the Pirate pitching staff. First pitch, fastball, looked good, but taken high, ball 1. 6 straight hits for the Rippers here in the top of the 8th inning. Well, congratulations. Earlier, the National Division National Champions goes to the Tampa Yankees. Sorry we didn't have that on the air, but we had a late college game last night. That was tough to do all that. Fly ball deep down the right field line, out of play. 2-1 will be the count when he gets back into the batter's box. Jake Piscini is now at the plate for the Rippers. There is still nobody out here in the 8th inning. The 2-1 pitch inside, 3-1. So Jose Pareda, the gentleman out at second base, in the air down the right field line, and that is going to be out of play. Still nobody out. First batter, Piscini, facing Adam Jernick. And what has been a long afternoon for the Columbus-based team. Another foul out of play. That one bouncing off the window of League President Steve Sigler's office up there. Yeah, that's Mike says it's more like a suite up there. I think he's got room service and the whole thing. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, or is that ball 4? Wow. My goodness. Bases are loaded. Now, Nico Murado. Nine walks by Pirate pitching in this game. Grounded, foul, third base side. Shadows starting to creep into Tempe Diablo Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-handed hitter. Well, the MSBL, even though this is championship day, they just keep scheduling the games. You got another game coming up. It looks like the Dodgers are at least a replica of the Dodger uniform over there. Of course, Major League Baseball's Game 5, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles, getting set to go. I know the Fox pregame, bases are loaded, and you like to see that. The Rippers decide not to come home on the wild pitch or pass ball, whatever that was. I don't know what the ruling is. But a big pivotal Game 5, and what a finish last night. Tampa Bay winning it in the bottom of the 9th. Was it the 9th or 10th? 9th inning, yeah. Ball 4. And that's going to force in a run. That is the 10th walk by Pirate pitching. And it's now 16-4 in favor of the Chicago Rippers. This might possibly be the final. This might be the final inning. I don't know if they'll, they do have the rule now that there's a 15-run, if you have a 15-run lead, they call the game. Now, I don't know if that applies in championship play. All right, bases loaded. Big 43 up there now. And ball 1. Still nobody out. Mike. One ball and one strike on the right-handed hitter as he bats with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2-1. I'll tell you, this roster that Jake Mills has put together, I mean, he's got quite a few athletes on this team. I mean, he's bringing guys up off the bench that look like they can hit at 400 feet. 3-1. And popped up out of play, and the count runs full. The first 8 batters have reached here in this inning. 5 runs have come across, and a high chopper towards the second baseman. Step on the bag for 1, throw it on to first for the double play. No RBI as Kasich scores. It's a 6-run inning for the Rippers, and they now lead at 17-4.
Now batting number 12, Mike Bowling.
Mike Poling, the leadoff hitter. We go back to the top of the Rippers lineup. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 6 runs here in the 8th inning. And we may very well be 3 out. They may be 3 outs away, even though this is only the 8th inning. But you got another game coming up. There's a substantial lead. And we'll have to see what these two managers decide to do. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1, 10 walks, 16 base hits, and the Chicago Rippers are living up to their name. Hammered to left field, base hit. Down the line, 1 run will score. And what about Poling? He has had a big day at the plate, a nice piece of hitting. He goes opposite field against the left-hander, batting left-handed, and he's 3 for 4. Make that 3 for 5 on the day with a couple of RBIs. That'll bring up Eli, who had a base hit and a run scored back in the first inning, a sacrifice fly in the second, and he has since then grounded out twice. 1 for 3, a run scored, an RBI. That's strike 2 called. Good pitch by Adam Jernick. Runner at first base, 2 out. We're in the top of the 8th inning in this Mountain Championship winner-take-all game, and the slider missed 1-2. It is all Chicago. They got out to a 7-0 lead. They have had 3 leads of 7, but this lead of 12 is their largest. In the air down the left field line. That's a long run, playable. And the catch is made by Ragland right up against the railing in foul territory. Another big inning. They get 7 runs in the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and the Rippers are on their way to a national championship at Tempe Diablo Stadium. All right, we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 18-4 Chicago, and still out there is Santiago. He wants the complete game championship win. Prettyman, high chopper. Santiago covers. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Eli continues to make all the plays out there. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a nice play, you know, and they make it look easy too. And it takes a lot of practice to get that play down. So we go to the top of the order, and Nate Campbell. And he slaps one backhanded by the second baseman. 2 down. Dom Rodriguez, probably the strongest arm second baseman you'll see anywhere out here. Here's Clay Ragland, the left fielder.
Now batting number 14, Clay Ragland.
Ragland singled his first time up and hits a high fly ball to left. That's playable. The catch is made, and the side is retired. So we are heading to the 9th inning from Tempe Diablo Stadium. 18-4 Chicago, 3 outs away from a national championship. wide shot of Tempe Diablo Stadium for this 25 and over Mountain Division winner-take-all championship, and the Pirates back in the field and trailing 18-4, and shortstop Mike Martin will bat first for Jake Mills and his soon-to-be 2020 Mountain champions, the Chicago Rippers. 1 ball, 1 strike, first time up for Martin. And a looper back, a shortstop that will drop in for the 18th hit of the day for the Chicago Rippers. Hold on. 18 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors, 410 and 1 are the totals for the Buccos. And Felix Santiago, the starting pitcher, has went 8 innings, given up 4 runs, has pitched an outstanding game against a hard-hitting Columbus Pirates, but they've been held at bay in this one. Popped up, straight up, and the catcher drops the ball. That's just been kind of indicative of the kind of afternoon this Pirate team has had. This is Julio Medina batting, number 25. We are in the top of the 9th inning. And we'll have the ceremonial festivities immediately following this game, the trophy presentation. I would imagine that the vice president of this tournament, Tom Prendergast, will be doing the honors, quite possibly. I saw Steve Sigler out here earlier. He might be doing the honors. Hammered down the left field line out of play. Yeah, it's a beautiful time of the day. The wind continues to whip up here. All smiles down there in the first base dugout. And this one is grounded down to third, and it took a bad hop. That hit the lip of the infield possibly and came up on Campanella. I would imagine that's going to have to be ruled a base hit. And he got the body in front of it, but I'll tell you, when it changes that much and bounces, that had to have bounced about 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet. You're asking a lot out of a human being to come up with that ball. So runners are at first and second, nobody out, and Chicago not letting up. Here's Jose, and a ground ball towards the shortstop. They'll go to second one, and they'll throw it on the first, and they will get a 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 down with a runner at third. So Jose bounces out. 6-4-3. Nice turn out there at second base, and the Keystone combination getting the job done. Strike called on the first pitch. Juan Medina has had 3 separate RBI at-bats in this game. He's had 2 RBI singles, and he drove in a run back in the 4th inning on a fielder's choice. We're in the top of the 9th inning, 18-4 Rippers looking for more with a runner at third, and there it is. His 4th RBI at-bat of the ball game. Scoring is Martin, and it's 19-4.
Now batting number 7, Dom Rodriguez.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Dom Rodriguez. Dom looking for his first hit of the contest. He's 0 for 4. He takes a fastball strike on the inner half. 2 out. Medina, the catcher, he is at first base. And a fly ball to left field that should be taken care of. Routine play by Clay in left. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Chicago 3 outs away from gaining national supremacy. Josh Campanella will start things off, and 3 outs away from ending this one. Fly ball center field, and Smith is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Campanella, actually that is Mike Bowling, who is now taken over in center field.
Ryan Mincher.
Now the cleanup hitter and shortstop, Ryan Mincher. Santiago trying to go the distance in this 25 Mountain Championship game. And he grounds one down the third base side. That's a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike on Mincher, as 1 hit today. A lot of the players with this Chicago team played on the Nassau Championship team from last year, so a repeat for some of those guys and a three-peat into the title game because Nassau lost to Santa Rosa 2 years ago. 2 strikes on the Pirate shortstop. Santiago winds, kicks, and deals with his 7 strikeouts, looking for an 8th, and he left it high. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Mincher. And now the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, nobody on. We're in the bottom half of inning number 9. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed. And the Chicago Rippers are 1 out away from winning a national championship. That is the 8th strikeout of the day
Now batting number
for
5,
Felix
Lento.
Santiago. And now the last hope for the Pirates, trailing 19-4 here in the bottom of the 9th inning, is their starting pitcher today, Kyle Lento. 1 ball and no strikes to him. 2 out, nobody on, and the pitch is in there. 2 balls and no strikes. Lento, the last hope for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 9th inning. He lines one out into deep right center field, and that ball's going to get down. Lento will head into second base, and he's got a 2-out double to extend the ball game. All right, so now it's up to Charlie Reitzel, the catcher, who had a base hit, a run scored back in the first. 19-4 Rippers in the field. 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the first pitch to the Pirate catcher is ball 1. Well, this game is ending just in time with these shadows. The 1-0 pitch, strike called, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rippers lead it 19-4. Bottom of the 9th inning. Championship on the line. And a chopper to the shortstop. Martin charges. And the throw to first is in time. And the 2020 MSBL National Champions are the Chicago Rippers. And they do it in impressive fashion. They capture the Mountain Championship. And hugs all around and high fives and a lot of smiles. The Chicago Rippers are national champions in 2020. Nice play there by Martin. Even did a fist bump before he made the throw to first. And the Chicago Rippers take down the Columbus Pirates 19-4. Winning pitcher in a rude going, complete game performance is Felix Santiago. So Felix picked up a couple of wins, 2-0 in the tournament. And in just a moment, we will have coverage of the awards presentation. And we're just going to keep it right here, and we'll let the visuals kind of speak for themselves. The Chicago Rippers are national champions. The totals in this game, as our stats fly out of here, 19 runs, 19 hits, 2 errors for the Chicago Rippers. The Columbus Pirates, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Santiago the winner. Starter Kyle Lento will take the loss in this title game. Congratulations to Jake Mills and your 25 Mountain National Champions, the Chicago Rippers. Well, special thanks to Rick Fryman, general manager over here for the Pirates. They had a great tournament, but was unable to pull it off here from the winter home of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. We will try to talk to some of the players if we can get them up here, but they've got to get their stuff out of the dugout, so we'll just keep it right here. Stay with us. We'll try to get some post-game interviews with the newly crowned Mountain Division National Champions, the Chicago Rippers.